show.
Oh, wow. Were you a fan of the show?
I was a fan of the show. Just it's such an honor to be a part of something that I already really loved and that I would personally, want to watch. I think that's it doesn't happen often as an actor. So
looks like Christian, you sort of a mysterious character. First season there's an element of mystery to your character.
Definitely.
Yeah. Is there obviously you've read all the scripts and whatnot?
Yeah.
Do you talk about how you can't reveal much to people? How do you still act and play that?
Yeah, even my friends want to know, or sometimes they also don't want to know, so I want to tell them about my day or what I shot that day, and they're all like, wait, don't tell me, I don't want to know that you're up all night doing that, but yeah, it's definitely, there's a lot of surprises with my character that I absolutely can't talk about.
Are we going to find out more about her backstory?
Yes, you'll find out a lot about who she is, why she's so drawn to this case, and why she'll sort of stop at nothing to find out who did it and how and why. I mean, obviously she knows why, but she's very instinctually driven to find all the answers and sort of push people aside who are in her way.
If E-Court is so involved in the show and F Society sort of morally understood, where does the federal government fit in?
I think that's going to be left up to the audience. I think that's what's so cool about this show is that every character has their own eccentricities and has their own complexities that you don't know whether who is good or bad. And I think that is the case in my part. But yeah, I'm definitely an antagonist of society. I mean, I'm an FBI agent and fill the role of law enforcement, which I think makes sense in expanding from season 1. They all have to deal with the consequences of what they did. So that's why
What's next in your character? Right, Robin, Elliot?
Well, we all have our own storylines, and some of them interweave and some of them don't. And that's sort of all.
So characters that spend a lot of time with Elliot sort of go with the unreliable narrator. They might be real, they might not be.
Yeah.
Your character doesn't really fall into that. Do you think it's easier to be a character that's more sort of solid?
Yeah, I don't know about easier. I mean, I've never played the alternative, so that's a good question. I mean, but I think that every character on the show is real in their own way, even if they're a figment of his mind.
So, how did being a fan of the show shape your character as you started filming?
Well, I didn't watch it before my audition, so I didn't know what to expect in the room, and I just did what came to me instinctually at first. But I watched it after my audition for obviously information and backstory, because everything that I bring to the show is based on what happened, which is why I tell people, especially my friends who haven't seen it and want to watch me, I say, don't watch me now, watch the first season so you know what's going on. But I think the whole feel and the mood and the vibe of the show really, watching it really informed me about sort of what to expect on set, but it's never really what you think, which I think is sort of the theme of the show, is what you see is not really what you get.
How was it adjusting to a cast that had already been together for that first season? Was that difficult? Or?
Not at all. It felt like I had already been there already. It was crazy. I mean, Rami and I had already knew each other and were friends from before, so I texted him when I got the part and told him I was so excited and I'll be seeing him. So he was really happy. But everybody's been so lovely and such a good hang. Sam is incredible. He lives and breathes the show, and he really, really cares. So I think that